Washington's plan to ban Chinese minerals. A new era of economic warfare, Washington, D.C. In a bold move that could reshape the global supply chain, the U.S. government is reportedly finalizing a plan to ban the import of critical minerals from China. This development comes in the wake of high-level discussions between President Donald Trump and French President Emmanuel Macron, where Washington's growing concerns over economic dependence on China were brought to the forefront. Strategic shift. The Ukraine mineral deal. At the heart of this initiative lies a landmark $500 billion mineral rights agreement between the United States and Ukraine. The deal, expected to be finalized within the coming months, aims to tap into Ukraine's vast reserves of rare earth elements, a sector long dominated by China. Washington's pivot toward Ukrainian minerals is seen as a direct response to the geopolitical tensions with Beijing, which has increasingly used its mineral monopoly as a tool for economic leverage. This deal will not only strengthen US-Ukraine ties, but will also ensure that America is no longer held hostage by China's dominance in the rare earth sector, a White House official stated. France's balancing act, Macron, while acknowledging the strategic importance of such a move, expressed concerns about potential economic backlash from China. France and other European nations heavily rely on Chinese mineral exports, particularly for green energy technology and the defense industry. Europe must contribute more fairly to its own security, but we must also ensure that supply chain disruptions do not destabilize our economies, Macron noted during a joint press conference. Despite his reservations, the French leader affirmed that any new trade policies must be checked and verified to avoid unintended consequences. China's response: economic retaliation. As Washington prepares to push this policy forward, Beijing has already signaled strong opposition. Chinese state media outlets have warned that a U.S. ban on Chinese minerals could trigger a wave of economic retaliation, including restricting exports of lithium and other critical materials essential for battery production and semiconductor manufacturing. The United States is playing with fire. Any attempts to disrupt the global supply chain will have consequences, a spokesperson from China's Ministry of Commerce stated. Global implications, a new economic battlefield. The planned ban is expected to send shockwaves across multiple industries, from electric vehicles to aerospace technology. Tech giants, automakers, and defense contractors are scrambling to secure alternative supply chains, with investments in Africa, Latin America, and Australia accelerating. Meanwhile, the geopolitical chessboard continues to shift. Russia, a close ally of China, is also eyeing potential opportunities, offering its mineral resources as an alternative for nations wary of the growing US-China standoff. What comes next? With tensions escalating, the next few months could determine the trajectory of global trade for years to come. If Washington proceeds with its ban, the world may witness a new era of economic warfare, where control over natural resources becomes as critical as military might. As policymakers and industry leaders brace for potential disruptions, one thing is clear: the battle for minerals is just beginning.